School, right? Honestly speaking, I think that sometimes school can be the most dangerous place in our lives. It can be the cause of change in personality, bad influence, peer pressure, buying expensive clothes so that shorty can notice you only for you to get curved and go home with broken ankles. Basically, most of our first fights happened when you were in school because, bro, some people can be annoying AF. But I get it though. We should accept people the way they are. But bro, will it hurt you to try? So this story I'm about to tell you happened to me when I was in primary school. For the others out there, I think that is middle school. I think I was in the 5th grade or something, but what I'm sure of, it was during lunchtime. The only time of the day I smiled because school makes you hungry, bro. How comes you can skip breakfast at home and still be fine, but in school you have a snack after every 2 hours and you'll still be hungry? But I get it. Since your brain is being stimulated during lessons, your body needs more energy. But bro, this shouldn't have been the case for me. All I did was stare at the blackboard and watch a full episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender in my head or zone out. At the time in our school there was a trend trending. The Lombards, which was basically baby rubber bands or something. That's what I consider them. Just look how little they are. Mostly this was a girl's thing because they used to make bangles and other girls thing out of these Lombards. Some boys though saw some potential in these bands to make a dangerous game in order to quench their thirst for blood. I honestly think that every class had that group of students who played stupidly dangerous games. So there was this notorious group known for playing such games. Ian, Tanya, Teddy, Elvis, Bruce. Such games included freeze, whereby if you are holding something valuable and someone sees that your fingers are not crossed, they can tell you to freeze and then take your item. Hey yo, Charles, freeze! Why? Why? What do you mean why? Your fingers ain't crossed? Yeah, well, but my balls are. Boy, give me that pizza. Either games like this or tricking someone to jump and then tripping them. Like, why? What do you even gain from that? So a boy named Alan was seated down minding his own business, and then out of nowhere he got shot on the back of his head with a Lombard. This must have been the thickest, stretchiest Lombard because the impact and the sound of that hit made everybody be like... Basically, how you will shoot someone with a Lombard is that you will put it around your thumb and then stretch it to your index finger, then close the gap between the two fingers to release. Pure marksmanship. This guy stands up and with full force, he throws his flask at me. It spilled whatever was inside on my light blue t-shirt because that was our school's uniform. This was not water because a brown stain was left on my shirt. Everybody was like... I then stood up and confronted Alan because now I'm pissed. If I let this slide, I'm surely not getting Vivian's number. Story for another day. Hey, what was all that about? You know what, Charles? I've had it up to here with your bull. What? I've never even talked to you. I then go back to my desk, pick up the broken flask and hit that thing back at Alan. You thought I was gonna sit down? Alan gets hit on the back of the head and then he slowly stands up as if to build tension for what he's about to bring into the ring. Because at this point he was pushing me around, smacking my face teasingly, and then my glasses flew off. I had just got this. Now I was not smiling sarcastically. I was furious. I take a step backwards and then punch him on his left cheek as hard as I could. He staggers backwards and then throws a punch. I weave but still get punched on the face. I'm not Israel Adesanya, bro. We exchange some punches and then I noticed something. This guy starts breathing more than a guy whose shorty is going 200 miles per hour on his meat. I then look around in confusion and I see it. A blue inhaler on top of his desk. It then hit me. Alan was asthmatic and the fight made him use a lot of energy, and this explains why he was breathing heavily. He then started waving his hands around his face, and at this point, my heart was beating faster than a single college student because of fear. I then take my book bag and give him some water while telling everyone to stop surrounding us so that he can get more air. After 15 minutes or so, we were both called to the teacher's lounge by our class teacher, who apparently had been told everything because the teacher's lounge was quite far from my classroom. This means that someone had snitched on us, and that has to be the teacher's pet. These students always feel like the Leviathan acts and the teacher is Kratos, basically summoning them to do whatever he wants. We then walk inside the teacher's lounge and every teacher is looking at us as if we are the one who told them to choose this job. Like, come on, you can get a microphone for less than $40 and film on your phone. Teen, teen, teen. I'm joking. What I'm saying is that teachers should be paid a lot. I mean, they deal with a lot of BS. The class teacher then tries the old trick of tell me who shot Alan with a rubber band and both of you won't be in trouble. At this point, I sympathized with Alan because he was the victim. I don't say a word and then the teacher tells us to follow him to the principal's office. On the way there, he meets another teacher and then they start talking. Mr. William looks at us, sighs, and then tells us to go back to class and not to hear anything of that sort again. Who do you think did it though? Was it Ian, Bruce, Teddy, or was it me?